No.
Now.
Are we there yet?
Pretty big delay sometimes.
Are we there yet?
There's like a really long, even when it tells us we're live, there'll be like 5 or 6 seconds before it kicks in. Sometimes.
So when should we start talking?
Oh, probably better wait an hour.
Wait an
hour or two.
just like we ate and we're about to go swimming. Because that was the thing that we did this week was we ate and then we went swimming.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
I went up to my knees. I don't think you get cramps when you wade up to the bottom of your trunks.
You can get a cramp in your calf if you go in. Yeah,
pull the hammy.
Yep. If you eat and you go wading, you could get a cramp in your calf. What were you going to say, JT?
Oh, I was just going to. Are we on now? Can people hear us?
I don't know.
I hope so. I just thought it was so cool. So
say
cool
something,
to meet people in the flesh.
Oh yeah,
to meet all the SCQS people in the flesh this weekend was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was exciting.
Many of the SCQS people.
Yeah,
not all.
Put faces to the names on the chat board there. It was wonderful.
They can hear us.
They can hear us. I see them saying,
Hi.
"We can hear you."
Hey, look at this.
There's Lori.
There's Lori.
Hey, Lori.
There's my mom.
I'm glad you can hear.
Rachel can hear us.
Rachel
can hear us.
Hi, Rachel.
And Grandma Turbo.
And Grandma Turbo. I'm so glad she made it home. I always.
Yeah, that's my first time meeting Grandma Turbo. I think was this little. I may be wrong. Am I wrong?
She's a good one.
I don't think so. I think that's the first time that she has been in the presence. It was so fun having all of the SCQS crew together.
Wasn't it really?
Yeah. First time that happened.
It was awesome.
And now, what did you say, JT? Now, what are we?
Fun. It was awesome.
All right, but now we're fake again. Is that what you said?
Oh yeah. Oh, Andrew's here. We missed you, Andrew. We sorry you got ill.
Sorry you got the Rona.
Just if you're out there and you're a SCQSer and you're feeling left out from the Vacay with Comics, just remember this feeling.
Yeah.
Next year, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I
Hello.
felt.
Who is it?
We're gonna do it again, right?
There's a phone ringing.
That's my mom's phone.
Oh,
it's my mom's phone.
Hi, you've reached the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. This is Amanda.
We should tell about Ken Davis and my mom were having a conversation this afternoon, and all of a sudden Ken yanks out his phone and starts going, "Hello, hello, this is Ken. Hello, hello," and then he looks at his phone and he looks at my mom and goes, "Oh, that's you." Her phone alarm was set and it had started going off, and so her alarm goes off. He's answering his phone.
Let's kick this off.
You guys, see, but her alarm sounds like a phone ring, though.
Apparently.
And my in-laws, their phone rings sound like alarms. It's like somebody calls and it's man, 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 man.
Oh. Good one, Jeff.
Brian is in the air right now and in the chat room.
He's in the air and he can't see the stream. We're playing this block of the stream.
But he can hear it?
No, he can see the comments.
He can comment. Okay.
Hey, Sydney. Sydney's still on the campground, too.
Really?
Oh, hey.
Yep, till tomorrow morning. Hey, Suzanne.
This ain't my first rodeo. It's Friday, here we go. Are you ready for the show?
Hey, Christine. They were there.
From the car.
Hello to the house from the car.
Still on the road.
Hey, Kara.
Yay.
And Andrew.
Wow, that's kind of a revolutionary avatar you got there, Andrew.
It is.
Looks like a Che Guevara poster or something.
We made a graphic that was C.S. Lewis in
There's
that color
Dakota.
scheme.
He's on the road, too.
Yeah, Dakota's going to be on the road for
probably 6 weeks.
several years. Hey, welcome to SCQS. My name is John, and my brain is not working tonight. So helping me do this show is Amanda up there. She sometimes makes appearances, and she is ready to go.
Between the
Juan
four of us, we
DeVivo,
may have one whole brain, I think.
one whole brain. And Juan DeVivo, who I didn't think was going to be with us because I thought he was going to drive home because he's a bit of a road warrior, but he decided to stay.
Are you in the bolt hall right there, or the bolt room?
The hall. See how long the hall is?
It's a little
I
bitty
came to the
room.
We had options, but all those options are locked, so I came to the secret room.
I'm trying to
that
point
room
at JT for when Dad does that introduction too.
Well, JT is here. He also left. He left like it when there was just a sliver of light on the horizon.
just a little tiny sliver.
And
Slim.
So, but he made it home, and I'm so happy that you guys are here because there's no way that I was going to be able to carry a show by myself.
So the way that I was planning to just do this tonight was like the Afert party, which we normally do after the episode. And today we're just going to do a great big Afert the Vacay episode.
We're going to do a Befert party.
It's
All
a
right.
Befert party.
Effort party, everybody.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did you get a nap, JT? You sound refreshed.
You seem a lot more chipper than you should be. So show us the room, Juan, so that we can you like tip your camera up so that they can get us see? Because we were actually in that room
like
last night.
ago.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours ago or 7 hours
Here's
ago.
a refrigerator.
Nice.
And let's see what else we got here.
Oh, the
wait, this
trash
is
got
refrigerator.
emptied.
There's a-
Yeah,
oh,
somebody took out the trash.
yeah, this is the
Nice.
one that JT puked in, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep, that's it.
We had too much
I
Verner's
didn't know
ginger
about
ale.
that.
No, I'm just.
No, he's
And then there's some folded tables over there for if you want to make the
Oh
party
yeah,
bigger.
we played a
Could
game
it
on that.
possibly get bigger?
mhm.
What did you guys play? I
Unmatched.
missed that. John
Unmasked.
invited me.
Unmatched.
John invited me, and I got to the RV, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go hang out." And then I sat down. I was telling Melody I was gonna go come hang out with you guys, and I sat down for a second. I just deflated.
Yep.
Just went.
It's cool. That was one of the things that made this weekend so cool is the fact that you can pretty much do whatever you wanted. We were not
Anything
we were
you
not
wanted.
we're not holding people to a schedule. You can come and go as you please. You can make promises that you don't keep to your
Yeah.
friends.
Laid
all
back,
of that.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Laid back.
We
There
had
were no rules.
we had board games last night in that very spot, and so it's already very nostalgic, and I'm missing it. So here's the plan. If I understand it, Peach has got some videos and some pictures, and we're just gonna show you guys what the weekend was like, and
Yay.
in picture form, and then you can ask questions, or you can weep softly because you weren't able to attend.
While my guitar gently weeps. Where's your guitar, Juan? You can play
Juan's
that in the
guitar.
background.
It's weeping in the case. In the RV.
The morphine song is spectacular, by the way.
Oh,
That
thank
was
you.
So funny. And the
Appreciate
pictures
it.
you picked for the background of the lyrics. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's what made it. And
Oh, look. Brenda says it's like the rapture on the campground right now.
Well, there's some squirrels.
Yeah.
there's some unsaved squirrels running around.
I watched a squirrel tumble from the top of a very tall tree all the way down to the bottom in
Yeah.
a big old hurricane of leaves. It made me laugh.
It was so
Nature's
funny that
game
we
of
have.
Plinko.
That's what it was like. I had enough time to go, what's that? What's that noise? There's like a chicka 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 sound. And then I was like, oh! And then I watched him land with a big thud.
That was the sound of a squirrel swearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Squirrel
it was so fun. It was the squirrel fall was so great that we have made arrangements for the next vacay with comics to have him do it again. So you'll be able to see it.
All right. I don't know if this is
Well,
going to
first-
work. What's first? Go ahead.
We have to do the clickers. We have to do the clickers
Oh, yeah.
of the week
You have
because
that?
even though,
We still appreciate them.
Some people like to roast marshmallows while the firelight flickers. We love that too, but most of all, we're crazy about our clickers.
this week in no particular order, we would like to acknowledge the following clickers.
Mike Doyle.
Doyle.
Mike
Boy.
Doyle.
Mike Doyle, Mike Doyle, Mike.
And Kim.
Kim Padawan.
Adam.
Thanks to Mike and Kim especially, but thanks to all of our clickers who make this show possible.
Yay, ovation.
If you would like to become a clicker, go to johnbranyan.com and we will be eager and happy to welcome you into our merry band and appreciative as well.
Yes.
So we're building something here, and if you want to be a part of this thing that's bigger than all of us, really, this unstoppable force that's bigger than all of us, then join the click. And Rachel wants to know how big the show is. And
Wait. I don't have that pulled
Rachel
up.
took my line.
I didn't think that you were gonna. I just want to say I didn't think you were gonna have enough of a brain to put this up. I thought that
Right.
you were, you know.
right,
Rachel stole my line.
that's what you thought. But you know what?
It is the same one from last week. I'm now looking at it.
Bring it. Do it anyway.
Right. So are you gonna show it, or are we just gonna?
We're just gonna talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody wasn't here last week and they want to see how big the show was that they missed last week,
Oh, no,
and
I
also
just
anticipate how big
accidentally
the show
stopped
is.
screen
Big
instead
as
of
a
sharing.
giant rubber ducky. We'll just describe it for everybody.
It's as big.
Uh,
This is a typical show represented by this woolly mammoth. This week's show is
it's baby Peaches.
It's not baby Peaches.
Still not baby peaches, just like it wasn't last week.
It's
But
baby,
it looks just like you.
it's baby Cammy, who this week was the merchandise person. And actually, what was her official title? The mini
Event coordinator. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Correct.
Cammy was filling out her tag. I should have brought my tag up. I didn't. But on the back, she wrote her name, and then she wrote underneath it, "I totally work here," so that everybody would know that she belongs there and she's important and she has a function. And so, Cammy was super helpful. She sold a lot of merch,
That's great.
and she helped give keys to people, and she made sure everybody had a lanyard and a schedule. She was on top of that. If you came in and you registered, you
Yes.
got a lanyard.
You also got the Wi-Fi password and a schedule of events and a map for the site.
That's right.
That's awesome.
She was not pushy. She would ask, "Would you like a map?" And it was your call. If you said, "No, thank you," then she would not go, "You're taking a map." She was like, "Very well then."
I strongly suggest you take the map.
Mm-hmm. She's customer service oriented.
Have you guys
All
ever
right.
read the poem "The Lanyard" by Billy Collins?
No.
The
Great
Billy
poem.
see?
Collins?
It's a
Do
great
you see
poem.
what I mean? We were talking about this before we started, that JT is Mr. Obscure. And Juan said, "What's that on your shirt?" Does anybody recognize the JT shirt symbol?
Extra points for anybody. who
Extra
can,
points
right?
if you recognize
that's
it.
like
Type
Brian's movie trivia background. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
we got today.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is so. Juan goes, when he found out what that shirt was, he goes, "That's like Branyan level esoteric
Wearing, yeah.
obscurity." Yeah, and I really don't know that much about obscure cultural references. I
Yeah.
didn't recognize JT's symbol,
Yeah.
and so
Nobody. Okay.
Sherry thinks it's an ant. Yeah,
No,
so
it's
does
not an ant.
hijack.
Okay,
It is
I will
not-
say
it
this
is
for. Oh, glyph. Okay.
Is it a mountain
gonna-
ski path symbol?
No,
Nope.
no, like a
I will
black
give you a
diamond
hint.
slope or something.
Insects have 6 legs, and arachnids have 8 legs.
That's
So
true.
all you need to do is count to find out whether or not your guess is
Right.
accurate or not.
Well,
Space Invaders.
Jessica guessed a 2-legged diamond-shaped spider. So
Right.
Ooh, Space Invader is good. That's a good question.
A bipedal spider.
No,
Oh,
nobody's
Mortal
getting
From
it.
the Mortal
None
Instruments.
of those guesses have been
Nobody's
correct
getting
yet.
it.
Turtle.
No.
Oh, bye, Brian.
See you, Brian. He can't hear
No.
us.
Hi, Brian. Well, somebody can pass along the information to him.
I'll bet you.
They're
Brian.
saying bye to you, Brian.
Brian is the only one who could probably identify that symbol on JT's shirt. That's what I'm guessing.
Maybe so. Nobody's getting it.
Mm-mm. So we'll leave that to go. So what's the plan, Peach? That we're doing videos.
I have the video that we showed at the showcase last night. It's 4 minutes long, and I thought I could see if that works.
That's
Yeah.
great. And I'll be able to
So-
take a nap.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go full screen. So if you're on a smaller device like a cell phone, I suggest like you go full screen too. You'll still be able to hear us if we talk.
It's
So
time to go full screen on SKUs.
here we go. Hopefully this works right about now.
Is when it
It
will
work.
start.
play.
5.
Oh, did it pause?
Yeah,
Yes.
pause.
No, that was
Oh
it.
no. Hold on. Let
It's
me
being
pause it.
Computer glitch.
Being choppy.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to pause for just a second and see if just like giving it a second.
Is that Emmy on the front row? I didn't see that.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
it is.
That's a rare pose for Emmy. She's actually laying down.
All right, let
You
me
don't
see
see
if
that
it'll
very
go.
often.
Nope.
Do, 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 do. What a
It's-
great idea we had, basing this entire show on our ability to operate technology. That was so wise of us.
John, I backed it up. Isn't that a
So-
cool shot though of that microphone?
That is a cool shot.
That is cool.
That's the dining hall. Isn't it?
Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Justin for doing the photos.
Yay, just
Look at that cool microphone.
It's a little bit choppy, but
It was 4
Oh.
minutes. It was 4 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes.
If you
keep
If you
humming,
press-
Juan.
if you press mute on the music, we can all just do like our own soundtrack. to
There you
it.
go.
And the pictures will switch just whenever they switch.
Are you trying to play it from Google Drive? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's on my hard drive.
There's Darren and he's pointing
It's
at
going.
the ground.
Maybe,
I'm scratching his neck, and
maybe
there's
JT can
Ken.
play some
Ken's got
photo
an
music.
interesting thing to say. Darren is scratching his head. Davis wiping his mouth.
That's a cool one too.
That's the back of our heads from behind the piano. That's
Everybody's
Ken
watching
Davis.
Kristen.
Kristen.
Yeah, everybody had leaned forward, so they were blocking her.
Bob's
Nice
the only
job,
one that
Justin.
likes what I said. Everybody else looks confused.
That is
There's
Jeff,
Jeff.
Lane with his Carl
Yes.
shirt right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
a
awesome.
self-produced shirt, right?
That's a little hard to see, but
That's
um,
cool.
That's a
When we
fire.
were having
It's bonfire.
s'mores down at the lakeside.
We
That's
saw
cool.
a fire. That's a real fire too. It's a real fire. And that's a real spark
So
coming out.
I got busted for eating a chocolate bar and not using it in proper s'more fashion.
Who did that? Who
That
yelled
was-
at you?
Me, well, Rory did because she goes, Miss Tabby said not to eat the chocolate. Or just the chocolate.
I don't know why it paused again.
My usual defense is I do what I want, but since it was Tabby,
Let's see what happens if I do.
I spit it back
this.
out.
Yeah. It was a real
Nothing.
fire and everything, Andrew. We've
this is just-
tried artificial fire to roast marshmallows, but the real fire, you just can't beat it.
Uh-oh,
No, you
it might be
can't.
my internet, guys. Oh,
And there's
Oh, look.
another picture of the
But-
crowd.
these are some people on the first night, meeting all the comics for the first time. There they are again, in case you missed them the first time.
It almost sounds
Remember
like a Phil.
names?
It almost sounds like a Phil Collins song.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get blocked by YouTube again.
Mhm.
Oh, they
There's
were
the
hilarious on the Newlywed Game. That was
Yep.
good.
yep, they did great.
There's Jeff again. They were not only hilarious, they were also victorious.
Mm-hmm.
They won. They took everybody else to school.
Spoilers, Dad. Sheesh.
Oh, are we? Well, the way this is going, we're not going to get to the Newlywed Game in our lifetime. So
and we're just gonna. This is just gonna be the slowest slideshow.
Yeah.
Yep.
It might be better for me to just find the photos in Google Drive and pull them up one at
You
a
know
time.
what? That's not bad.
Oh.
And of course that one went by so fast.
I have to ask. Did Collin still like? I'm trying to remember if he figured it out for real or if he.
No,
No.
he
He
was
still
talking
believes-
about
okay.
it on the way home. Okay, so for those
This was
of you,
one of my favorite moments. Yeah, go ahead.
for those of you who haven't seen David Pendleton's act, he's got Mac, his puppet, under that bag right there, and he's just promised my 7-year-old son that he can read his mind, and so he has them. He puts the bag over Mac's head and has them go and get an object from the audience and hold it up in front of them.
And he's holding a quarter.
Without Mac looking at it, Mac, the puppet, is going to tell Collin what he's holding. And so the reason that Collin's face looks like that is because, let me see if I can get the other picture up. There's a hole in the bag. When he spins his head around, Mac looks
Is
through this
peeking
hole.
through the hole.
There it is.
There it is.
And Collin is ratting him out. He's pointing at the hole. And
his face was priceless. Everybody cracks up. And then David asks, well, wasn't that cool? Wasn't that great the way he was able to read your mind? And Collin goes, he cheated. Just like
the look on his face when he saw Mac's head is turned around. And so David, before he even puts the bag on Mac's head, he turns his head completely around. And when he turned his head around, Collin stuck his hand out. Is that picture there?
Where he stuck his hand out?
Yeah, it was earlier than that, I think. But yeah, so Collin sticks his hand out like, I don't even want to look at that. I don't even want to deal with that. And then when he starts whipping his head around and Collin sees the hole, he starts shaking his head. He put his lips together and he starts shaking his head like, I can't even conceal my disappointment.
Well,
to be live to.
Since our slideshow isn't working, let me see if I can get that video to work.
Let's see if we can find some Google Drive pictures that we can't view.
Yeah, well,
It's now that we've
I bet we can. I bet we can.
We've not been able to watch the video.
All right, let's see what happens when I do this.
Do you have video of him?
Collin, you like come over here a little closer? Collin, you know what I look like when I get scared? Like this.
So that's the first video. The other one that has his reaction to the trick was the one I thought I just clicked on. But it should be.
It's not image 47081. It's image 4708112.
Thank you,
Right.
Juan. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll get it next
IMG.
time.
Yeah,
let's
we
see what
labeled them
happens.
carefully.
Collin, you like come over here a little closer?
Why is it doing that? It's the same thing I just
It's the
played.
same video.
That's why I thought it was the right one, because it's mislabeled. I must have downloaded the same video twice. All right, well, talk
Well
amongst
done.
yourselves.
This is going exactly as planned.
Just to let you know where the crowd is right now, all the people watching are still working on JT's shirt. That's
Yes.
what
And they're doing a great job.
And it's a good thing they have something else to do because
we can't tell them so they can just keep talking about that.
Right.
Stuff goes
right, if we
wrong.
tell them the answer, then there's
Man, that's
absolutely no reason to keep watching.
Do you want?
Okay.
I got Tabby's video. I got this stuff from Telegram.
Yep,
pictures.
I've got that too. But I think
Well, we
I might
can't
have
show
gotten-
that. I don't think, can we?
Oh, I think ask Tabby. She's watching. Can we show your video, Tabsha? Okay, for real this time. No kidding.
This shows the bitch.
There's the
There we
hole
go.
in the bag.
How the audacity!
Okay, so Matt, I think you had plenty of time to come up with.
That's the end of that
Great.
one too.
The look on
Didn't
his
get the whole
face.
thing.
Oh my god.
Can't believe he cheated.
Now-
He's not going to trust another ventriloquist dummy for the rest of his life.
Right.
He's been scarred.
That little that little bit of business has been part of David's act for many, many, many years. And when our kids were little, like when Mandy and Tim were not much older than Collin is there, was when we got David's DVD, and they watched that DVD with that bit over and over and over, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. It was just daily they would watch Dave's act.
Yeah.
And so it's just been part of our family viewing forever. So when Andrew was 7 years old, Dave and I were doing a show together, and Dave got to the part where he was calling for 7-year-olds. I need someone who's 7 years old. And Amanda was, what would you, like 14 or 15 or something like that? Or
Yeah,
were you
I
older?
was in high school.
Yeah.
He was 7, and I was probably a junior in high school.
Okay, so she's
Yeah.
16 maybe.
Yeah.
So she leans forward and taps her little brother and says, Andrew, you should go up there and help Dave out. And Andrew gets this look like he's mortified that she would even suggest that.
He was like, I can't. He's like,
I can't, Mandy. He goes, Mandy, I can't. And she said, why not? And he said, and then he's real quiet because they're sitting in the audience. And so there's people all around. And so he kind of whispers, he goes, because I know how the trick works.
Yeah.
And so Mandy says, well, how does it work? And Andrew looks around, and then real quiet, he goes, there's a hole in the bag.
That's great.
And he'd
JT
seen
was
that bit a
doing this.
million times.
JT was opening a shirt for the
Yeah,
sake
I was
of
doing that
what's his
for,
face.
for what's
People are
his face.
still working on it. But actually, Suzanne
figured it out.
got it
Yep.
and
Oh.
then confessed only because I cheated like
Well,
the dummy and looked. What did
How do
you
you
search?
cheat?
Yeah.
How do you search for a symbol?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's cheating.
I gave her a
That was
clue.
she did research.
Oh,
What'd you
yeah,
say?
I gave her a clue. I told her
see.
to look up Teresa Banks.
Oh, then yes. That's cheating. I was going to say, I want to know what she Googled. Triangle with spider arms.
We probably could have let it go over the whole hour of the show.
That's not a
Well,
triangle, but-
because now we need to actually do
Now we
something
know.
interesting.
Dang.
There you go. So,
All right, so-
Tabsha said we can share her video too. So another thing that
And-
happened on Vacay.
Do we have the dragging Smiley video?
I was trying to find that in my Google Drive when it suddenly was like too many pictures and then it crashed.
All right, we'll show Tabby's video.
Let's do that.
Oh, is this the one with her family?
The gender reveal?
I didn't want to spoil it.
Yeah, she said it's fine. Actually, her exact words were, "It's fine. My family doesn't watch this show."
That really hurts.
Here. This is probably a little bit. This is the long. Oh, there it goes.
Well, there was zero build-up.
And there's Marcy trying to shake out the powder. Yay!
Are we done now?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that she would just throw it up in the air and it would land on her.
That's so much fun.
So it's going to be a boy, and you
Yep.
know what that means.
I don't know if it really does just start with the pop.
Yep,
Or
it's
if I
pretty
missed
close.
Okay, there's
Yeah.
a little bit. I
All
mean,
right.
that's how I would like everything to go. Fireworks, birthday parties, everything. Let's just get
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
Let's go to the cake.
So
I
now,
thought my prediction was I was thinking a girl, but then when Amanda goes, "How many of you think it's a boy?" and then Tabitha raised her hand, I went, "No, I'm going with boy." I was like, whatever
Really?
the mom. Yeah, I was like, I was going with it.
My rule is always the opposite, Juan. Always.
did Tabby think
The
it was a
mom
boy?
never gets it right. Yeah, she
Never.
put her hand up.
The fact that Tabby got it right is the first time in our immediate family's history that I can remember that the mom was correct with like Marla and Megan and all the moms on the mom cast, every time I just go with the opposite of what they're telling me, and I'm right.
I actually thought it was going to be a boy. I made that prediction in front of witnesses before they blew the popper.
Yep.
And so,
Very
congratulations to Tabby. The little boy means that you, the SCQS audience, get to name the child. So any name that you come up with that gets the majority of suggestions, the Farkases will. So start typing those names in.
That was suggested, what's his face, and I considered it, but it is so stinky, and we were not on our property. I just couldn't bring myself to ask, can we stink up the entire campground for a few hours?
Yeah, it'd be different if it was just Joe by himself, but then there was 40 people standing around, and nobody would stick around long enough to, I'll watch it later. I'll do it later. That's okay.
Just Joe, 2 3/4 of miles away from everybody else.
Jeff likes Art Farkas.
Art is my name.
Or John Juan.
Oh, John Juan.
Juan.
All right.
Brian.
Brian.
Okay.
Freddie Haggis Farkas. Yeah, you can keep coming. So, what Tabby will collect all of your suggestions and name the baby whatever
you say.
Whatever you say. The name that they are actually considering that I like, that Mandy won't let her use, is Linus. Linus is a great name.
I like how I've got the reputation for not letting her name her baby Linus, when all I did was point out that we already have Simon and Silas. And I was like, it's pretty much the same name. And then I told her a story about somebody that I know who named all of their babies pretty much the same name with the first letter changed. I know somebody who's like Jayla and Jada, like that's the same name with one letter in the middle mixed.
Anus.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know somebody who's like Casey and JC. It's the same name. It's just
Rachel's got a good idea there.
Where's Rachel? Severus.
Yeah.
Severus.
We need Brian here to do the voice.
Yes. You're a killer of joy, Andy.
Do it then. Give all your kids the same name. And then we can start naming them Mary and Terry and Harry and Barry and Larry.
And then my other brother, Daryl.
And Canary.
And Marcy and Simon.
And non-fat dairy.
It'd be fun to do the name game with all your kids.
Contrary.
That would probably be appropriate.
Both.
All right, so
Fana.
We were actually able to pull Bob Smiley on a raft or a tube.
I definitely have still photos of that.
That was fun.
Yeah, but I don't know where the video is. And Chance took
the thing
the
is
video.
that was worked so well to the video, I think.
A guy was willing to lend us his boat, and Ken Davis drove the boat around and was able to successfully toss Smiley once that I know of. And then he just seemed like he quit trying, quite honestly.
Well, it was a pontoon boat, and I think our top speed was 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No, it was 30.
But, okay.
That's what he said. But see, here's the thing. The problem with that's not a problem. The issue is that pontoon boats are not designed for speed, which is what Juan was suggesting. And they're also not designed to cut sharply. Yeah. And so every time you turn, it was more of a slow turn, and it's hard to get the tube to whip out behind the boat. And so, but Ken is a boat driver from way back. He's driven boats a lot. And there are ways around that. Like if he'd have slung Smiley into one of the piers, that would have dumped him.
You have to think outside the box here.
Yeah,
right.
Ken actually got him off the raft, but then the guy owner of the boat started driving around. He never could get, but Ken got
right.
It was like first off.
And so that was I was actually yelling that. It's like, sling him into the pier. He will not be able to hang on if you crash him into the pier. But
it would have been nice to
like
see him
this
skipping
picture,
across
too.
the.
Bomb claims he didn't fall. He left
Do you
the tube.
see his face on that?
He left the tube to pick up some litter. Is
That's what he
said.
said.
Yeah.
He didn't
Yeah,
get
he
thrown
was-
off.
There's a picture of him capsizing. I guess we're leading up to that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. It's
Okay.
still loading
You
down
gotta
here.
build your
Peer pressure.
slideshow.
That's exactly right. Jim Morris's peer pressure. That's a great.
That's a
great
good
way to
pun.
dump somebody off. So
This looks promising, but that's
yep,
not
we're
it.
going the
No.
right direction. And this is when everybody's like, "Yay!
Ah,
Dump
It was
him!"
probably one of the first pictures. It was way early in there
was
when we
it?
first got him out. Yeah, because Ken
Mhm.
was first
Yeah.
at the wheel.
Well, I think that my highlight for tubing was not necessarily Bob, because I was disappointed with his wipeout. I felt like he didn't tumble enough for my satisfaction. He basically
More head over heels action is what you.
Nothing
Yeah.
broke. Yeah.
what I look for in a crash is not just a big splash, not just fall out and splash, but I want to see him skip like
I think he was doing that one on purpose. I think he was acting like he was shaving his legs or something.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
was taunting the driver with that one.
Yeah, he's
This
and
is not exciting enough.
but Pam, one of the people that was there, Pam came by herself and was basically just experiencing everything that we had to offer for the first time. She did laser tag.
Wait,
Pam.
wait,
Pam did laser tag.
wait a second. If you would like to see Pam doing laser tag, just hold on for a second.
You have that picture
No, I have a video.
of Pam doing laser tag?
What?
There she is.
There she is with her gun.
Yeah, in the center. There's Tabby taking photos.
Don't
The
shoot.
laser
Don't
tag
shoot,
place.
Tabby. Don't laser my pregnant
There's
daughter.
Juan dying. See, he's
Yeah,
got
he's
red
dead.
lights on. He's dead right there.
My daughter had left the playing field to go into the woods to shoot us from the trees. So her side won. I
Sniper.
applaud her ingenuity.
It's all
So that
about
was a little
tactics.
glimpse of Pam doing laser tag. And I had asked her if she was going to do it. I didn't get to stay for the whole hour that they did it. But on my way back to camp, I saw her coming in and I asked, "Are you going to do it?" And she goes, "No." But then she did.
Mhm. Well, and she was out on the boat when they were dragging Smiley around too, and she went out of the boat. She, "Can I go with?" And they were like, "Absolutely, come on." And so she hopped on just because she wanted to be in the middle of the action.
Mm-hmm.
And they were out there, and after they finished dragging Smiley, he said, "Does anybody else want to ride?" And Pam said, "Yeah, I want to do it." And she was fully clothed.
Fully clothed. Yeah.
She didn't come prepared to be wet, but she got in the tube and they drug her around. And we asked, "Did you get wet?" She go, "Oh, I got soaked. My back is soaked."
What
But-
she told me was, she showed me the video and she goes, "I was out there. I kept telling them to go faster. I couldn't believe just how exciting it was to be out there. And you just don't know what it's like until you feel it. And it picks
Yeah,
up
pushing up.
speed." And then she goes, "I was laughing like this the whole time." She was
Yep.
so cute.
So great. I mean, just to go, you talk about squeezing the value out of the event, just squeezing every last bit of experience out of
Yeah.
the event.
Yep. She also told me that she went down the slide on the playground twice each
Mhm.
Whoa.
Twice.
by herself, just when nobody was over there, because she wanted to squeeze every drop out of the vacay goodness.
That makes
Yep.
me feel bad that we didn't do human foosball now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yep.
I saw the court or the whatever you call a human foosball
pitch? I don't
arena.
Table.
Oh, arena. I like arena. The
Arena.
human foosball table. Like 30 by 30.
Yeah. Next time when the rest of you come along, maybe somebody will take it upon themselves to organize stuff like that. we're going to play human foosball. We're going to play gorilla ball. We're going to play 9 square.
Mm-hmm.
They had all that stuff. There's
a bunch
cornhole.
of people brought their game boards, like board games, and then just said, hey, we're going to be playing this game in this place, for a while. So join us.
Yep. We probably have pictures of that too.
Guys, I am still scrolling through Bob Smiley on a tube photos. There's a bazillion of these, and I still haven't found him. Crashed.
We almost could. It's too bad we can't flip through those because that would be a movie by itself.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be in the first 10 pictures.
Rachel doesn't know what foosball is. Can somebody fill her in?
She's saying that saying human foosball is the same as saying football.
You mean football?
But
no, we don't mean football.
They have a big square wooden arena, which I like that word, and there's lines, and you have to grab a piece of PVC and stay tethered to a line, and you go back.
Real
limited
foosball
soccer
is sometimes called table soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. Oops, wait a minute.
By the Europeans.
No.
What's he dabbing?
That's one of the
He fell
slogans.
earlier before the dabbing or after the dabbing?
Oh, yeah.
He fell almost immediately.
Way before that. Yes. I'm saying it's got to be in the first 10 pictures.
Then I don't have any pictures of the actual crash, unfortunately. Does his hair look wet in these photos, though? Wait a second, you guys. Hang on.
Jasmine says that she's played
a large portion of the time.
Jasmine has played human foosball, and it's hilarious.
There's a lot of water there, but
that looks like he just got hit by a torpedo.
Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of water.
I'm trying, guys.
Under. She's listing badly. So, I think the food was good. We probably don't need to show pictures of food. I think most of you have probably seen food,
especially camp food.
But it was good, and
there were mountains of oatmeal cakes too.
Yes,
there were
mountains.
So shout out to Christine and to the Lanes for providing oatmeal cream pies for basically all of the comics.
That's actually what I had for breakfast this morning when I pulled out of camp.
An oatmeal cream pie?
An oatmeal cream pie, yes.
Good for you. That's what comedians eat. That's what we live on.
That's the food of comedians.
That's comedy food. So did you have any coffee? Were you able to secure some coffee?
Couldn't secure any coffee. I passed several Starbucks, but I always pass Starbucks. I've sworn off Starbucks.
Well, guys,
I haven't been in a Starbucks for 2 years.
I don't have a crash, but I have this. That's immediately afterward, I would guess.
That's so flattering.
Hey, check this out. Maybe I can.
I was actually a little disappointed that his trunk stayed on the whole time.
Dakota just posted this. Lost permission.
You lost permission.
We had when my brother and I when we were renting the cottage at the lake years ago, we had a speedboat that we were using there. That looks.
You can't see Bob in it, but there's
there's
something.
Yeah.
Conclusive evidence that water was splashed.
Oh, there's a foot.
There's a foot.
There's his
foot sticking out. Let's go a little further.
No, it's like
nope.
That's the after.
Darn it!
So it's like it just looks like he's swimming. It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I can't find the actual money shot. I guess the moment. This is him climbing back in.
My brother, your Uncle David Peach, when we went skiing, he would kick off the skis after he'd ski a little while, and he would go, I want a torpedo.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And torpedoing, David was the only one who could do it because the rest of us didn't have the strength to hold ourselves up. But basically, it was no skis, and he would lay on his stomach, and the boat would start to take off, and he would just hold on and literally be dragged behind the boat. And the goal was to get himself up so that he was on top of the water, and then he would hold on like this and just skim, across the water with no skis. And the reason it was called Torpedo is because roughly 80% of the time he would not be able to get himself up, and instead he would get tipped just a little bit, and then the forward momentum would drag him under. And because my brother is my brother, he would not let go. And so he would literally go like down to the bottom of the lake, and trying to come back up again.
Anybody want a turtle?
Yeah. Well, one time he went down like this and disappeared for a while. And so we were like, uh-oh. And so we stopped, and he came up and he goes, my shorts are gone. So we had like torpedoed him right out of his shorts.
You have to understand, when he would do this, like, you could hear the strain on the boat engine, and he would like, he'd be up, like if you would pop him up above the water on the skis, it would go, and then it would kind of hit a nice,
it would get out of the hole. And,
yeah. But if he was torpedoing, he would go down under the water, and it would just go. Yeah, it was so bad for the poor boat.
It was bad for David too, because several times he would come up with like muck on him
He would
seaweed.
be literally dragging the bottom of the lake with his body, and he would just have like mud and seaweed just tangled up on him. It's just gross.
It never caught on. Never caught on as an Olympic sport.
I have this now, this other thing that somebody in the group might appreciate, except I think that he's not looking on this screen right now.
Look at that.
You should Photoshop a cigarette in your hand there.
It kind of looks like one.
The hand
I just flicked it into the lake.
You mean, I was going to say, you mean Photoshop it back into his hand?
I got it all the way down the filter and just flicked it in the lake.
So that is Justin's little brother, Peyton. Yep. He was out on the boat too. Did a lot to help. Yep. Videography and photography. The boys took care of that for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice.
How was the morning? I totally missed the morning. How was the morning?
This morning?
Yeah.
What do you think? How was this morning?
Never better.
It could
we got to do Bob Smiley taught me into doing the tweet song stuff with him. I thought that was pretty funny. It was just fun.
Yeah,
what is the tweet song? I've never heard that.
One thing for like stand-up comedians is they have a bunch of just one-off jokes that they can't fit into their act. So they try to, like Tim Hawkins used to do a thing, and I've seen other comedians do it too, where they do all the one-liners all in one thing. Like one guy's name's Kellen Erskine. And he just lets Siri, he just plays it. Siri just says it into the microphone. So it's just like one-off jokes that can't fit into the thing. And so I've seen Johnny W do it. And so I just played like a riff, and we did like a step up thing. So every time somebody would step up and say the one-liner, sit back down. It was great.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds like fun.
Dacia's leaving. Bye, Dacia.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we can do a couple. Do you have some of your tweets, Juan?
Oh, you want me to do? Let me pull them up here.
I think he's trying to open up the same drive that I'm looking at for.
Well, let me try one of Jesse's. Jesse was asking me. We were going shopping, and my son, he's 14, and he'll. I forgot. He told me a joke once, and I forgot to write it down. So I'm starting to write it down. Because he turns to me and he goes, what was Guantanamo Bay? So I told him about the history and the prison and all that stuff. And he said, waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds fun if you don't know what any of those things are. Actually are, yeah. I was like, yeah, what kind of boat you use for that?
That's pretty good.
That is
good.
I
thought that was
waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds fun.
Yeah, I was disappointed that Kristen didn't do her coffee one. In fact, I'm going to go to.
You know what? We're going to have Kristen come on this show and do the coffee bit again, because it was.
Oh yes.
No, I mean she didn't do the coffee one that I wanted her to.
Right.
There was another one.
Yeah, Have you got that one?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to Facebook right now to find it because I was like, you have to do that on stage.
Kristen is funny. Kristen on Facebook, when she sends out her one-liners, is really funny.
Yep. Yeah, and she was like, I was going to do it, and then I forgot. And I was like, well, I was going to ask you to do it, and then I got distracted. So here it is. Follow Kristen Weber. This is on Facebook. I think she's on Twitter, too, but follow her at least on Facebook.
KRISTINWEBER.
In Weber with 1B. And she wrote, Sprouts had a sale on fancy Peruvian coffee grounds, and I'm so excited about drinking some tomorrow morning that I can't fall asleep. You know it's good coffee when you haven't had any yet, and it's already doing its job.
She can't sleep because she's excited about drinking it. Yep.
Dakota wants to do the coffee song again.
She did a new bit. I do too, Dakota. She sprang it on us. We did some. She did brand new material at one of the shows, which is always fun. It's always fun to watch somebody launch something that they've never done before.
Yep.
And it's scary. Brand new material has the potential to not go well, and so you take a risk when you do it. But she wrote about coffee, and it was really good. So the next time she comes back, we'll have her do it here.
Yep.
So even though you missed the maiden voyage of that bit, you skeusers will be able to see it. So what do you think? Yeah, there's
David Pendleton and Aunt Tilly.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, my kids watched David Pendleton's whole DVD on the way home today in the car because Collin earned it for being part of the act.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched it on the way home, and they were cracking up laughing. Like I forgot how much the 7 to 10-year-olds appreciate that. Like and a bunch of material that he didn't actually do at Vacay, like the song about the chicken that wouldn't lay any eggs,
right?
And all that. Like they were just even Emery, who's only 5, Emery was back there going,
yeah, it was super fun having all the kids there. So if you have your tweets handy, Juan, we could do a few to show them.
Well, of course.
I call foul on some of Juan's tweets, though.
Why?
What'd I do?
They were a little bit
too long.
Yeah, too many characters on some of those tweets.
So when Ken called me on it, that's when I was like, oh, you know what? I should have I was trying to be stand-up-ish with it. So now I know you just dive in on those things.
Yep, you just read them.
Yep.
So the other thing was I was dividing my attention in 3 different directions. But so the first one I did was people often confuse name brands with the actual name of their item. So for instance, Kleenex is actually facial tissue, and Pop-Tarts are actually toaster pastries, and Oreos are actually my untimely death. So the one, okay, tell me what I did wrong here. I said every day. Well, what I did was I had to change it because I was like, it's getting close to the end of tube top season, and I'm glad because I need to stop shaving my shoulders. That set off. Ken Davis didn't.
Ken didn't get it right.
He didn't like that too much.
He goes, "Explain that to me." And it's not your fault that Ken doesn't know what a tube top is.
Well, that's from the 70s, though. Never mind.
Yep, that's it was a good tweet. There was
another
Darren
one. And his family. I'm just popping in every now and then with a picture when I like it.
Darren and Aaron and Liam.
Yep.
Okay, so here's one that I didn't do today. So I'll do some tweets that I didn't do just for you SCQS people, so that you can hear some stuff that they didn't hear, and because you deserve it. I spilled mustard down my shirt, so it smells like I have gray poop on me.
Where did yours come from? Because you had like 7 or 8. Those weren't necessarily tweets, were they? Were they just like jokes you've written over the years?
Yeah, they were all tweets at one time.
Oh, okay.
And I've compiled them. When I was traveling with Hawkins, we did a tweet song.
Yeah.
Every night, and so I collected them. And the thing is, you don't know which ones are going to work live. And so I have a whole list of tweets to try, and then I would try them. And if they didn't work, then I would take them off the list and replace them with something else. Yeah.
If you're able to, though, I feel like with that situation, if you're able to make the crowd just go dead quiet, that's a win in my book. Like if everybody's laughing, having a good time, you can say something, everybody just goes, "Whoot."
Yeah,
right. That's like a win.
But you can't do that every time. So you can only do it. You can only do it once, and it's only funny once.
There's photo evidence that they did play human foosball.
Yep.
There it is.
Was that Kristen playing with them?
I think so. And I'm going to the next.
She's good with kids.
Whoa, Simon!
Oh, look at Simon! Simon!
Look how cute he is.
He can barely reach the cable. It's 2 feet off the ground.
I don't think he's following that rule.
So
Collin
you have to hold on to that tube while you're playing?
Yes.
Okay.
You can only slide side to side, and you have to. Oh, that one's a little blurry. That one's Emmy. But I'll go back to the first one and see if that's Kristen in the background. No, it's not. It's one of the older Metro John kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We met a lot of people this week. Put faces to names
fantastic.
together.
But funny story about Kristen. She told me that Emery was sitting by herself in one of the lobbies, and Kristen goes through, and she's just like, "Oh, are you all by yourself?" And Emery goes, "Yeah, I had to go potty, and it's good to go potty in the room potties and not in the kitchen." And Kristen goes, "Yeah, it probably is better to go in the potty in your room instead of in the kitchen." And Emery goes, what did she say? Something else about, yeah, that's why I came in here to go potty in the room. And she's following Kristen through the lobby and down the hall and up the stairs. While she's talking about it, Kristen's like, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I can understand why you would do that." And then they get halfway up the stairs, and Emery goes, "Well, I guess I'm following you." And I said, "Yeah, that sounds exactly like Emery."
That's very Emmy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, human foosball.
So, yeah, Jasmine likes the hamster tweet, which I didn't do today.
You didn't do that one.
No.
You didn't do Capitol Hill.
Hamsters are like cigarettes, perfectly harmless till you stick one in your mouth and light it on fire.
I love that one. That's fantastic.
The one of the ones that I have done with Tim that doesn't really get a laugh, but I keep doing it anyway because I think it's funny. Is I just lost it.
You got one, JT? You got any one-liners?
One-liners? Oh gosh, put me on the spot here.
I'll give you one. This is one I screwed up today. I feel like I need to redo it because I screwed it up.
Okay,
Make sure to order the Poke Bowl made from farm fresh, cage-free Pokemon.
That's not the one that you screwed up.
Oh, I screwed up a few of them.
There was another one.
Yeah, I said it. I think they could get more people to take
say what
it
it's
back.
supposed to be.
Right. Okay. I'll do it the right way first. I said I think they could get more people to take the vaccine if instead of calling them side effects, they called them special effects.
Yes, and that's a good one. I like that.
I got them backwards.
That's good.
But
That's
Melody
good.
was in the back with me, and she goes, messed it up. Just like heckling him.
So supportive.
Yep.
Your wife's always, that's what the wife's for, just always right there to help you.
Well, those are the comedian's favorite moments too, is when somebody's on stage doing a thing and they screw it up, and then we I
heard the comedians laugh. I went, that's where it's gonna go. That's where it's gonna go.
That's not the one that I liked. You had one, and I can't remember it now, but there was the one that you did that got a really good, solid laugh, and I can't remember it.
I feel like the one that everybody liked was the never let the fear of failure keep you from achieving it. That was kind of a joke grenade. It took a second.
I like
that. Was good. But that wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Hang on, I'm scrolling through here.
The one that I like to do, even though it doesn't get a laugh, is call it a hunch, but my shoulders are raised and I'm bent forward.
Sorry, I'm still laughing
That's
at
a good one.
Jasmine's comment, which said her sister, for the life of her, can't say Jackbox Party Pack. It will always be Jackbox Party Pop.
That's good.
Jackback's Party Pop. That's probably what it's going to be for us.
I'm going to start calling it that.
That's what it's going to be for us now, too.
Yep. Julia King eternally calling it a Jackbox Party Pop now.
Was this okay? Here's one. Sorry, I was looking for it. I like the term wearable technology. It insinuates that they were leaving room for the possibility of laptop pants or a shirt that plays movies. That one was like
that wasn't. You didn't do that one, did you?
Yeah, it did. It's just that one fell flat. I think everybody went, "What?"
The problem is when people go on their phones and look up jackbacks.tv, they're not going to be in the right place.
That's right. So
Jackbacks
these
Party
tweets, do you guys just make them up off the top of your head?
This is like
Yeah,
when you get
at
hit
one
by
point.
inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll come up with it, and then it doesn't have a place that it goes with the rest of their material. So they'll put it in like a tweet folder or a tweet category in their notes,
Yeah.
so that they can use it for one-liners later.
You know
Gotcha.
it? All right,
Yeah.
John's got it.
I invented a drink that's half lemonade and half water. I called it the Arnold Calmer.
Yes.
That one did get a pretty big laugh. I didn't-
Half lemonade and half water.
That's
The
great.
Arnold Calmer. Yeah, that's a keeper.
Oh gosh, that's good.
So the one I usually close with, and then we'll be done with these tweets, is they finally landed a rover on Mars to look for intelligent life. Why can't we land that thing on Capitol Hill?
Good one.
You didn't do that tonight, or earlier today, but you
I
did
didn't.
it tonight.
Oh, that would have brought the house down.
It would have brought the house
Yeah.
down.
He was
Especially
thinking
after
of Bob
Smiley
because
said-
Bob was gonna close it out, so he didn't want to do that, and then Bob have to do his tweet at the end.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Bob wants to do a merch pitch.
Right.
Sydney just canceled me too. So
Oh no!
Because of your political post or your political tweet. Hey, speaking of Bob, here he is at Devotions the day we did it out on the porch, the front porch.
that was a good day. They were sitting out by the lake and doing devotions.
He brought the wrong book though. That's the Book of Mormon on his knee.
Oh, is that
There's two books in
what
a
it is?
drawer in your room, and he brought the Mormon one.
Put up Russ's comment.
Yeah,
Russ
that was a
Noonan's.
good one.
That's a
That was a
Tim
good one,
Hawkins.
Russ.
That's Tim Hawkins' tweet. The man who invented the television remote died. They found him in between the couch cushions. So, all right, what do we got we're out of time. We're not going to do an Afert party tonight, you guys, because we're
This
too
whole
tired.
thing has been the Afert party.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's had,
And
it's
we
had
have
the
no
same
idea what
number.
we're doing next week.
But I expect that before next week, I will be not half asleep at some point, and so we'll be able to conceptualize. We have some ideas too. Like I do want to play with Scribble Knots,
Mhm.
and we might do that next week. And so,
Is that something we got to download or?
no,
We'll be able to share it on the screen like we're doing here.
we'll be able to share it on the screen as successfully as we've been playing videos tonight. So,
Right.
Excellent.
When you know how tech savvy we are.
it'll be perfect. So we'll do that, and Weird News is good. We haven't played close-up photos for a long time, and I like that game. And so we'll
Well,
figure
should
something
we
out.
have a theme to it though?
There's
Or
a chance.
hey,
There's chance he's a clicker.
Yes, we should have a theme to it, and
We
you
shouldn't-
should write a little story, a little ditty, and then we'll use Scribble Knots to. Oh, I'll talk to you about it. You'll set up a problem, and then we will use Scribble Knots to solve that problem,
Okay.
and we will take suggestions from the from the audience for how to do it, and it's fun. I'm telling you, when we first got Scribble Knots, I bought it for the kids. I bought it for the kids for Christmas, and we spent like 3 straight days just hacking around with it, because it's really addictive, and super fun. So,
oh, hey, one last thing.
Yep.
I feel embarrassed to say this, but I have to know, and the SCQS are here. So I missed it or I was out of the room, but something started this stuff about the Swan because and they told the story. They were telling the story on the boat. And they said a Swan dived and hit a motor on the boat or something, and they're all laughing. And the whole weekend I was just like, so I missed something,
Yeah,
and then
you
it
and
was
me
just
both.
a running gag. Really? Okay, great.
You
That
and
kind
me
of stuff
both.
drives me nuts.
You didn't miss it, Dad. You told the story.
No, but he said he was just kind of ha 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 ha, and that was my reaction too all week. And I did understand. So wait a minute. Julia said she recommends a zero gravity lobster. Have the King girls played Scribble Knots? Do they know about that?
Well, we've described it enough that I think they said that they really liked the concept, and I don't know if they'd actually gone out to play it, but yeah, they know what you're talking
Zero
about.
gravity lobster is that's the right sort of thing.
You can create a zero gravity lobster. So are you going to catch up Juan on
Yes.
that
What
story?
happened was, Juan, I was a young boy at the lake. My brother and I grew up at the lake every summer. We'd spend weeks there. And so we knew how to operate boats, and we knew how to fish, and we knew how to swim, and we were lake people. And we were out in the boat one day, and we saw a swan. We saw a family of swans. And again, we've grown up around these birds, and so we don't think anything about it. We knew that when they have babies, that they won't come close enough to shore to let you feed them, because they're very protective and they get angry. And so if you try to feed the babies, then the mother will come at you and like aggressively come at you. And a lot of people don't believe that swans will attack, because they see them as these regal creatures that drift peacefully, on the placid water. And they go, "You mean that will attack you like a pit bull?" And it's like, it's worse than a pit bull, because with a pit bull, you take a look at it and you go, "Ooh, that doesn't look like a safe animal." But with a swan, you're like, "Look at this majestic creature that God has made." And then it rips your throat out. So the swan had babies, and the swan was going down the channel, and the babies were tracking along behind it. And we went to maneuver the boat around the swan, and the mother just flared up and came at the boat and was like pecking and flapping at the engine. And the swan's foot, don't you guys start arguing with me again. The swan's foot went down into the propeller and sheared a pin. There's a little pin that holds the propeller thing on the shaft. And if that pin gets snapped, then it doesn't spin anymore. And so I said, the swan broke the motor, which is what happened. And then Ken Davis was all like, "That is not a true story," in front of everybody. And I'm like, it is a true story. And they was like, "No, a swan cannot break a motor." And then I said, "Yeah, because his foot went into the motor." And as soon as I said his foot went in, they were like, "His foot broke the motor?" But they wouldn't let me finish. And they weren't really interested in the truth anyway. They just wanted to make fun of me. And so I'm a giving guy, John. And I let them.
So they were railing on you when I was out on the boat. Mm-hmm. And you weren't there. Okay, I could have stood up for you, and I did.
Yep.
Because I didn't know the joke. That was us. I think we were out putting the RV up, and we came in late to the story salad time.
I think you're right. It was when you just got there. Yep.
My brother and his wife, when they were first married, actually, they may not have been married yet. They might have just been dating in college. The campus had a little pond, And my brother had a rubber raft because that's the sort of thing that my brother has. And they were out in the pond. It was just a little, like quarter-acre pond, tiny little pond. But there was a swan out there with a couple of babies. And my sister-in-law, Kim, goes, "Oh, look at the swan. Let's go over there." And David said, "No, the swans are dangerous. They'll attack you." And she said the same thing. "Swans aren't going to attack you." And as she was saying that, the swan like pivots and starts swimming towards them. And then it flares up and starts flapping and pecking. And she's panics and goes, "Oh, David, get it, get it." And so as he's got the paddle, like the plastic paddle, he's trying to fend off the pond, but she's grabbed him by the arms and is holding him so that he's flailing with the paddle, and the swan is pecking at him, and she's about to knock them both out of the water, out of the boat. But I didn't bother telling that story because they wouldn't have believed that either.
Well, I have an idea for next year's activity. Like this year, we tried to get Bob Smiley to fall off a raft, and we could. And next year, we could have swan feeding time with Ken Davis. We'll, like rent a swan or something. See if you can rent a swan and just put him in a pen.
Swans.
Just put a pen around him. Here you go,
great.
Ken. Here's a loaf of bread, buddy. Go for it.
Yeah.
Hug a swan with Ken Davis.
You show us how safe those swans are, Ken.
Yeah.
Put the bread in your lips, Ken, and feed them.
Kiss the swan.
Oh man.
All right, that's our show. I'm super tired, and I feel like I don't actually know whether this show has been any good or not.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
You guys have done it all.
Hey, do you guys want to see if that 4-minute video works real fast? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, give it a shot. I was like,
I was just kidding.
You guys want to play When Would We Eat That?
Yeah,
Real quick.
that's what I was going for.
I thought you were going to say
Star-Spangled Fish left over from a few months ago.
Yeah. Well,
we can
maybe
post
what
it,
we
right?
could do
We'll
is
post it on the YouTube channel. Right?
I thought you were going to say next year what we could do for a game is pin the swan foot on the motor. We blindfold everybody and spin around. They got to try to get the swan foot stuck on the outboard Evinrude.
That'd be great.
Nope. Nope. That wasn't what I was going to say or what anyone was going to say.
That's what I was.
Yeah. But, and I don't think we're going to do the reading of the credits tonight. We won't do the credit video, but we are going to do a quick plug for this again. So if you want to become a Click member, and the reason that I'm saying this is because I think we are going to put the video that Justin made for us on the members page.
Oh, good idea.
It's a solid 4.5 minutes of just
Consider what
really
we did a
interesting
teaser
pictures.
trailer.
Yep. With there's actual that music that you got to hear a little bit of, and then we whistled a little.
Pictures that actually advance. If you want to see the pictures actually change, then
It sounds a lot like that, except it's like a
There's
guitar
guitars.
instead of a keyboard. And then you'll get to see some other special stuff as we collect more pictures from the weekend and videos from the weekend. You'll be able to see them there. So you'll want to be a member in order to see them.
yes. I wanted to also talk to John Thomas about doing his megachurch song on SCQS.
Oh,
week.
yeah. And where
Okay.
should I send people for you, JT? JTOaks.com?
JohnThomasoaks.com.
ThomasOaks.com.
JohnThomasOaks.com, and you can get some music from John Thomas Oaks.
Is
and
the
you can get some sermons from his dad, Tommy
is the
Oaks.
mega church song new, or is it on your website already somewhere?
Yeah, it's new. I just tried it out on you guys this weekend, so
Yeah,
it's new.
debuted.
So
It's really good, guys.
well, thank you.
Yep.
I was
Yeah.
talking
It's
to
really
John about how to improve it a little bit. So
It doesn't need to be improved. It just needs to be set up
yeah,
better.
frame
And
better.
then
Yeah.
Juan Casting Crowns.
Oh, thanks, Sydney.
Sydney.
Is it .com
That's
or
so
.org?
nice.
Sydney loved it.
.com. Castgrounds.com.
We got to get Sydney out
Brenda
playing on the
loves
show.
it.
She's a classical piano player.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Would we have a camper talent night? Would that be a thing?
that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. And in
Oh
fact,
yeah, open mic.
one of our attendees
Karaoke.
wanted to do a refit class. She's an instructor, a dance instructor, and wanted to do a refit class, and we just couldn't fit it all in to our weekend. There was so much stuff. And Luke said on the way home, I felt like our downtime or free time was just really, really short. It got shorter each day, and it's like, oh yeah, it's time for another thing. So we just, it's just too much fun. We can't fit it all.
Jasmine's suggesting some sort of competition already.
Oh, that'd be great. We could put those two pianos together and do dueling pianos.
Yeah. Through Zoom.
Do we have a credit video tonight? Or is it last week?
We do.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, I was able to get that up. I can't promise that it's accurate.
Oh, look at you.
But,
the important things on there.
The talent show idea is a great idea. We should plan on doing that. If you guys have a talent, if you want to participate in the talent show, let's get that on the calendar and start soliciting the participants, and tell jokes, sing songs, draw pictures with carrots,
gymnastics, tumbling,
anything,
flogging, anything.
If you know, like carpentry, you could build a deck. You could build
solve a Rubik's Cube in record time.
Well,
yeah.
Somebody said Rubik's Cube. Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I think that's it for tonight, guys. Join us next week for the Starving Comics Quarantine Show every Sunday at 7 Eastern.
When everyone will be awake.
We will be more awake next time. Hopefully you've enjoyed getting a little taste of what we did this weekend, and hopefully it's inspired you to become a member so that you can stay in touch, so that you can be first to know when we have the next one planned. We good?
Yeah, that's good.
Bye.
Bye.